Oh, shit. This shit is funny. This is funny ass shit right here, boy. I mean to tell you, I have laughed this hard. I laughed so hard, tears came out my eye. This got to be some of the funniest shit. Listen to me. Listen. Let me tell you something. This is some funny shit right here. Okay. Y'all know who Jessie Smollett is, don't you? Jessie Smollett? Jessie Smollett is the nickname that Dave Chappelle gave to Jessie Smollett. Jessie Smollett, couple 2-3 years ago, couple 2-3 years ago, he was out here in Chicago. This shit is so funny. He was out here in Chicago. Okay, no, let's be serious now. Let's be serious. Okay. He was out here in Chicago when we had the polar vortex, when it had went down to -48. That's 48 degrees past zero. Okay? And that was during the time when they said that you can't have your dogs outside, you can't be outside, your eyes will freeze up, you get frostbite within 11 seconds, so forth and so on. So not on that particular day, but a couple of 2-3 days before or after that, it was around -20 degrees, still very, very cold, dealing with Alaska type temperatures, okay? And Juicy said that he was on his way to Subway's in the middle of the night to get one of their nasty ass sandwiches. Okay? Now, if you don't know, in Chicago, just like in New York, but especially in Chicago, in the downtown area, in those high rises, you have concierge. Okay? What's up, Oliver? You have concierge. Okay? And when you have concierge, they will either go pick your food up for you or they'll have it delivered to you, you know, so forth and so on. These high rises in Chicago are set up so that when the temperatures go down like that, they even have indoor dog parks and shit so that you don't have to take your dog physically outside, because the downtown area is very close to Lake Michigan, which is where all the cold air comes from. So if it's -20 degrees inland, then it's like -30, maybe 32 degrees close to the water, because the windshield makes it even colder. All right. So when you pay all these high ass dollars to live in these high rise buildings, okay, then it comes with a lot of conveniences to keep you from having to go outside. So anyway, so this knucklehead decides, now he you know, Juicy lives in Los Angeles, okay? I've met him a couple of times myself. We used to have a mutual friend. I thought he was an okay guy. I met his mama and everything. I never knew. I would have never known that this man would have went outside in -20 degrees for a Subway sandwich. So anyways, I don't know if you remember, but when this story had first came out, there was a lot of speculation as it pertained to his sexuality and how he may have been outside trying to meet up with a little boyfriend from one of them apps, maybe Adam's app or Tinder app or one of them kind of apps. And then it was a situation that went awry. Well, now we've come to find out that it was not due to his sexual orientation and or sexuality. He was not meeting with some boy from from one of the apps. He was intentionally getting his ass whooped. Now, we have recently found that oh, Lord, I just can't even keep a straight face. We have recently found that they have a dry run videotape of him and the two Nigerian brothers that he hired. They were doing a dry run, a practice run, if you will, a rehearsal, okay, of the attack. And they have it on tape. They also have it on tape where the boys were buying the rope that they were using as a noose, so forth and so on. Okay, so you're now up to date with what was going on with the Jussie Smollett situation, right? Okay, we're all up to date, right? Okay, good. This is what's funny. The Black Lives Matter woo! Oh, I can't even barely take it. The Black Lives Matter statement regarding the ongoing trial of Jessie Smollett. Wait a minute. Wait. We ain't heard from these motherfuckers not one goddamn time. You got all these people dying. I can pull up. Would you like for me to pull up on the ring here? How many people have died in Chicago since this motherfucker went to Subways? Do you want me to? And now you want to issue a motherfucking statement, but you ain't said shit about all these children that have been dying. I ain't heard your motherfucking ass, but now you got something to say. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. It's no fucking problem. I'm not taking it personal. I'm not taking it personal because I told y'all a long time ago I stopped being black. Because I ain't got time. You Black Lives Matter people gonna come up here and have a statement to make about this motherfucker who 110% staged his own attack. It's on video. He lied. I don't even know why we're still talking about this shit 2 or 3 years later. I don't even know why we're still talking about it. We're talking about this shit, and now you're going to come up from underneath your rock and make a statement? We got people, some 14-year-old boy just raped and assaulted an 87-year-old woman over there in one of the Milwaukee's or some shit. Then a couple weeks ago, I think it was a week and a half ago, maybe a couple weeks ago, a 14-year-old, 8-year-old, and a 5-year-old, I said 14, 8, and 5, attacked, robbed, and carjacked a woman who was taking her groceries out of her garage. 14, 8, and 5. So that's kindergarten. Had a gun and stole this lady's car, robbed her in her own garage. They just got through shooting a police officer the other day. They've got shootings. I think we've had about 3 or 4 shootings a day on average in the past week and a half. But now the BLM want to say something. Let's read, shall we? You know, in church, we usually stand when we read. The Black Lives Matter statement regarding the ongoing trial of Jessie Smollett, December 7th, 2021. The below is a statement from Dr. Melina Abdullah, director of BLM Grassroots and co-founder of BLM Los Angeles, regarding the ongoing trial of Jessie Smollett. Quoting, as abolitionists, we approach situations of injustice with love and align ourselves with our community because we got us. So let's be clear. We love everybody in our community. It's not about a trial or a verdict decided in a white supremacist charade. It's about how we treat our community when corrupt systems are working to devalue their lives. In an abolitionist society, this trial would not be taking place. I gotta stop. Okay. I gotta, okay. Can we, okay. So I'm gonna try. I was gonna try to read it through and then come back, but I can't because it's like throw up in my mouth. As abolitionists, first of all, the word abolitionist is not even really in the dictionary. Okay, the word abolish is in the dictionary and the word abolishment is in the dictionary. So I did look it up on Google, but then I had to pull out the good book because, you know, they be changing shit on the internet. Okay, and so to abolish something means to completely get rid of, to destroy completely. So they're calling themselves destroyers, not uplifters, not bringers togethers, not developers, destroyers. That's what they're calling themselves as abolitionists, destroyers. Okay, that's out of their own fucking mouth. Okay, as abolitionists, we approach situations of injustice and love. We approach situations of injustice with love and align ourselves with our community. What community exactly? Because I know it ain't the same community that I'm talking about that has all this gun violence going on and all of these people. They're stealing packages on people's porches like it's no big deal. They're going inside of Louis and Gucci and everything and stealing shit inside of Walmart, CVS. They're stealing prescription drugs. They're stealing cigarettes. They're stealing whatever it is that they want with no problem. So what community exactly is it that you're discussing? Because I'm sure that you're not talking about the community in which all of this shit is going on. But because you are abolitionists, you're destroyers, I guess this is your community that you're talking about. As abolitionists, we approach situations of injustice with love and align ourselves with our community because we got us. We got us. I ain't heard BLM say a motherfucking word about all these shootings and killings, but we got us. So let's be clear, she continues. We love everybody in our community, as long as they're gay, as long as they're single, as long as they're drug addicts, as long as they're criminals, as long as they continue to claim this white supremacy, superiority, and victimization, then you love them, you support them, and you got their back. Okay? We'll continue. It's not, in quotes, continue the quote, it's not about a trial or verdict decided in a white supremacist charade. But you wanted to make sure that in this white supremacist charade, that any verdict that goes against white people, it better make sure that it goes through. But why does it matter if it's a charade? Why do you only look for justice when it's somebody white that you want to burn at the stake? And not just a blanket justice, period. We'll continue. It's not about a trial or a verdict decided in a white supremacist charade. It's about how we treat our community when corrupt systems are working to devalue their lives. Okay. In an abolition society, this trial would not be taking place, and our communities would not have to fight and suffer to prove our worth. You're right. In an abolitionist society, this trial would not be taking place. You are absolutely 110% correct. People could make up shit all day long and get away with it. Just like they're doing in California right now, just like they're doing in Oregon right now, just like they're doing in Milwaukee and St. Louis and Chicago and all these other places right now in New York. You are absolutely absolutely 110% right. You could say that you were going to Subway at 2 o'clock in the morning in negative 20-degree weather and say it was some white people with mega hats on telling you nigga die, and it would be fine. She's absolutely right. In an abolition society, there would not be a trial. She's 100% right about that. Instead, continuing the quote, instead, we find ourselves once again being forced to put our lives and our value in the hands of judges and jurors, operating in a system that is designed to oppress us while continuing to face a corrupt and violent police department, which has proven time and time again to have no respect for our lives. Well, darling, if you did not create the situation, you wouldn't have to be dealing with this corrupt police department. So it's the police department's fault that Jussie Smollett hired these two Nigerian brothers to fake this attack? It's the police department's fault? I don't give a damn how corrupt they are. I'm asking you, why would you, listen. I'm single, right? I want a boyfriend. It's a dude right there. He been living down the street from me for a year. Very handsome fella. But my homegirl say, nah, don't mess with him. Don't mess with him. He's real cute, but he got like 5 baby mamas. He ain't got no job. It just don't mess with him. Now, I have a choice. I can either go mess with him and be the 6th baby mama, probably come up scratching and itching and shit and need all kind of penicillin, or I can stay to myself and maybe look over here for a different boyfriend. If I decide to go mess with the dude who my homegirl told me not to go mess with, is it his fault? Is it his fault? Whose fault is it? How can you, but I don't care if the Chicago Police Department is corrupt as it pertains to this situation here. If your corrupt ass did not set up the situation in the first place, you wouldn't have been involved with the corrupt police department. Negro, please. Continuing the quote. In our commitment to abolition, this lady just said, in our commitment to abolition. In other words, in our commitment to destroy. Jesus Christ. Didn't I tell you people to learn words? Haven't I been telling you that? I've been telling you that for years. Learn what words mean. Don't just go with something just because it sounds cute. The word abolition is to destroy. It's not a good word. In our commitment to abolition or destroy, we can never believe police, especially the Chicago Police Department, over Jessie Smollett, a black man who has been courageously present, visible, and vocal in the struggle for black freedom. So just because his mama wears an afro and instilled in her children, who are half white, by the way, their father is white, instilled in her children to be pro-black, just because she was a part of the Black Panther movement and so forth and so on, don't give him the right to stage something, nor does it automatically mean that we have to believe him over to the police department. So you mean to tell me, but we all know that why this is happening, right? Because Jussie Smollett is the homosexual. Continuing, while policing at large is an irredeemable institution. Oh, Oh man. So I hope y'all remember those words. An irredeemable institution when somebody's breaking down your door. Please don't call the irredeemable institution. Call BLM. While policing at large is an irredeemable institution, CPD, Chicago Police Department, is notorious for its long and deep history of corruption, racism, and brutality. From the murders of Fred Hampton and Mark Clark, to the Burge tortures, to the murder of Laquan McDonald and subsequent cover-up, to the hundreds of others killed by Chicago police over the years and the thousands who survived abuse, Chicago police consistently demonstrate that they are among the worst of the worst. Police lie, and Chicago police lie especially. I want to read something to you here. She said, to the hundreds of others killed by Chicago police over the years. Can we talk about the thousands that have been killed? Let's see. If we're up to 400. I think we're up to 450 something murders this year already. So can we talk about the thousands of black on black murders in Chicago in the last 2.5 to 3 years? You're talking about hundreds, and I'm not saying that those lives that have been lost are not worth mentioning. But since you're so concerned with the community, are you not going to talk about the thousands of lives that have been lost? Well, you're not going to talk about that. Okay, anyway, so police lie, and Chicago police lie especially. Continuing. Black Lives Matter will continue to work towards the abolition of police and every unjust system. We will continue to love and protect one another, except if you're heterosexual, except if you go to church, except if you have a nucleus family, except if you're, just like a regular person, except if you're a small business owner, except if you're middle class American. We will continue to love and protect one another and wrap our arms around those who do the work to usher in Black freedom and by extension, freedom for everyone else. End quote. This is the biggest crock of shit. And what you people need to really be paying attention to is the fact that these people call themselves the destroyers. They want to destroy you, your family, and everything you stand for. Period. So I will not be surprised if I got a frog in my throat. I will not be surprised if Jessie Smollett gets completely off. And the reason why I wouldn't be surprised if he gets completely off is because they want to continue this mayhem. They want to continue this, you can do whatever you want and get away with it as long as you're a Black person. Because they're going to catch you slipping. And don't you find it interesting that while they're talking about they're going to get rid of all the corrupt systems, New York just decided they're going to open up some drug hubs. You gotta be fucking kidding me. They're going to open up some drug hubs because they want to give you some clean needles. You want to talk about corruption? You want to pass out some clean needles to drug addicts, but you firing nurses during an epidemic? Get the Can you educate us on Free Larry Hoover? Isn't he a career criminal? If so, why is Kanye and Drake doing the benefit concert? I don't know enough about that to answer that question. I don't know enough about that to answer that question. I've heard a couple different things, but I haven't done a full-blown investigation pertaining to that. I have heard that something about the aliens want Larry Hoover out, or the universal government wants Larry Hoover out because he's the only one that can get these Chicago boys under control or whatever. But that's what I'm telling you. I haven't done enough investigation. That's just something I heard. Okay, and it must be. I'll just put it this way. We all know Kanye's a little weird. Now watch your mouth now, because Kanye's a Gemini, so you know I give him a lot of passes. I give him a lot of passes. But it's something if Kanye is doing something. It can't just be because he's from Chicago. There's got to be something else. It's got to be something else. So anyways, I just wanted to come on there and laugh my ass off with y'all and read that crock of bullshit. These people want to give a statement about something, but they ain't said nothing. I've heard nothing but crickets as it pertains to all of this shit going on. Oh, I want to share one more thing with you, and then I'm gonna get off of here. Cyril sent this to me earlier today. I want to share it with you. In an article by goodsciencing.com, goodsciencing.com, 293 athlete cardiac arrest, heart attacks, serious issues, 167 dead after the shot. $293 athlete cardiac arrest. So I didn't say 293 obese, elderly, previously sick, underlying problems, COPD, heart failure, diabetes, high blood pressure, previous cancer, AIDS, HIV, cold and flu symptoms. I said athletes. $293 heart attacks in athletes. And 167 dead. These are athletes. After the shot. And it's so crazy because nobody's talking about it. You want to keep talking about this variant, that variant, this variant, that variant, this variant, that variant. Let me help. Wait, hold on. We're going to fix something. Did we fix that? Okay, good. I think we fixed it. I don't know why people get on my live and start talking trash. As if I can't block from here. It's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable that this many people can have heart attacks and die. And athletes, all these bodybuilders and shit, dropping like flies. Ain't nobody saying shit. Ain't nobody saying shit. They just keep trying to enforce and reinforce and enforce and reinforce and enforce. For what? You're not doing shit. It's not helping. If you got 293 athletes having cardiac arrest and 167 people dead, you might want to put a halt on that shithole. These are the best of the best. These are the top of the top dying. Yeah, I said bye to Mitch. I didn't even know. You know, I was reading and talking and stuff like that. I didn't even know what was going on. But then I kept seeing something. He kept saying little stupid shit, and I was like, well, what's going on? We can fix this problem real quick. I don't know why people come on here and do that kind of stuff. This is so silly. But they're just here to distract. Just a bunch of trolls or whatever. You know, probably some little short boy with a little tiny penis or something. You know how it is. So, anyways, I just wanted to tell you people, you know, take care of yourself. Love on each other. And watch your back. Watch your back. Because this shit is so ridiculous. This shit is ridiculous. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Where? Because I got to make sure. Oh, there goes that one. Okay. Where's the other one? Because I want to make sure that I get all of them. Let's see. Somebody said, uh-oh. No. Oh, did y'all buy my book? Make sure you get it now. StopLyingBook.com. 13-year-old that got bribed with pizza to take the jet. Yes, I heard about that. Oh, my God. That's some cold shit. I'm trying to make sure I blocked. Did I block him? I thought I blocked this person. Okay. You yapping. Here goes that one. We blocked this one too. Damn. It's a damn shame. And it's always colored folk. Always colored folk. Damn shame. Did I get him? I think I got him. I did block him, I thought. Okay, I'm hanging up now. I think I blocked him. Okay. Sorry, I was so close up in the thing. Okay, love you guys. Have a good night. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And stop effing around with this bull crap. Be careful what you watch, what you read, what you ingest, all that shit. It's important.